And before this interview ends, is there anything else you were not asked? Followers, fans, or supporters want to know.
I don't know, man. Get out my business. I'm not sure what they want to know, honestly. Um, I will say there was a cool conversation I had the other day. I did a shoot in LA for a song that me and Jalen Josie have on my album called "Painting the Stars." So it wasn't a music video; it was just like a live performance thing. Um, One of the people there asked me like, "Hey, how do you handle um, being an artist and like you have your family at home and you leave and there's still women on the road, blah blah blah." And I was able to talk about how it's just number one, it's not my personality to just talk to like random people that I don't actually know and like try to invite them in, but how the music that you make or the environment that you create around you are the people who tend to draw close, right? So, you know, I'm saying this to say that you can make your, whether it's your brand, your music, or your life, you can make it how you want it to be by what you're putting out and what you accept, uh, what you what you expect as well to receive, and in return, I think you'll start to see that life that you're trying to build will begin to happen. So, I don't have rabid fans throwing panties at me on the stage because I don't necessarily put that energy out that that's what I'm looking for, or that that's what the music calls for. But you see the people that do in the music they make, right? Like there's a correlation not just in music but in life. Like I'm giving this off, and so this is what is now showing up in my life. So whatever it is, music, friend groups, whatever it may be, I would tell people to put off the energy and the lifestyle even that they want to be around, that they want to receive back. And you can take what you perceive as my career to be a true testament to that. Like we chill, everything over here is super chill, and that's because that's how I am and that's what I give off. Yeah,
Speaking of, followers, fans, supporters, things of that nature, what's been your favorite encounter with one of these people so far?
favorite. People have a lot of really cool stories, whether it's meeting a partner at a concert. I've had like partners meet at a concert, which is really cool. I don't know how many of them are still together, but that's like a really cool story. Whenever that's shared, or people that bonded over my music and eventually got married or played, so much more or something like that at the wedding, Blind Man. I get those stories; those are my favorite ones. But I don't have like honestly a super specific interaction that's like, excuse me, that was the one that's like stood out above everybody. I have a negative one from just for the sake of a story. Back when I was still spazzy, actually, I think I quickly like figured out my life and ways to avoid this. But I was doing a show in San Jose in like 2015, and unfortunately, it was the friend of one of my friends. Like I don't know this girl, and she just got smack drunk at the show. And when they were like coming up to like, oh, good job, all that stuff, like Shorty grabbed my face and just licked the side of my face. That's disgusting, bro. Like, no, I've done pretty much all I can to make sure we're not in that situation again. Now that show was at a bar, like I'm getting my career together. You're doing the venues that you can do. Nah, we're none of that. None of that anymore. Even when I did, I think the one time I did meet and greets, it was before the show. Nobody's drunk. Nothing's going on. We got the proper security, all this stuff. Like I've figured my life out since then. But yeah, that was the worst interaction. I'll never forget that. But there's been so many like good and nice interactions and stories that it really is like hard to pick out just one.
Speaking of meet and greets, are you against them or it just hasn't had an opportunity to keep that going?
I unfortunately end up almost always touring in the winter. And I say unfortunately because that's not what I be trying to do. Like I like the winter, but I don't want to move around in it. Like I want to be home and just get my fits off and put on my hoodie or whatever. But going city to city, country to country in the winter is not what I'm trying to do. So when that's happening, like I'm just trying to not be sick so that I can, you know, give the best performance for each crowd. And sometimes it still doesn't work. I just, what I didn't get enough rest or drink enough water, whatever it was. Sometimes it still doesn't work. Or I did everything I was supposed to, and my body was just like, yeah, we don't care. So I know that if I'm shaking 50 hands a night, or if I'm giving a bunch of hugs, it just heightens the possibility that I could get sick and not be able to perform for the next city because somehow, some way, all my tours have been in the winter. I put an album out in May, hoping to tour the late summer, and it didn't work out that way. I'll see y'all in November, December. Yeah, so that's why I haven't consistently done any kind of meet and greets.
And wrapping up the question here about these fans, followers, and supporters, or followers, fans, and supporters, I should say. What's the best way for one of these people to approach you? What are the rules, the etiquette, the guidelines, the do's or don't before someone approaches you in that manner? Obviously,
Yeah.
no licking.
Oh my God, no licking, please. I will. I fight now. Look, I got a punching bag in the garage. Like hands ain't slow, baby. I'll be boxing with my weight vest on. Hands ain't slow. Um,
But this could be someone new just getting into
yeah,
watching their favorite recording artist live and things of that nature happen to bump into you, things,
yeah.
or maybe someone's watching this haven't bumped into someone
hmm
like yourself, and in the event they do so, how should they conduct themselves? Is there any rhyme or reason on the guidelines there?
I would say just be respectful as you would be with anyone else. I think in a lot of my situations, I'm typically with somebody. I'm not that often out by myself, um, just because I'm a homebody. So when I'm out, I was probably forced out. So whether I'm with my family, especially if I'm with my family, or with you see somebody with me in my team or something like that, just say my name, say hello, say your name. Nobody ever tells me their name. They just freak out and say, "Can I get a picture?" Like, tell me who you are. I'll shake your hand. I'll take the photo. I'll talk to you. Like, all that stuff. I don't mind it. I really don't. Because more times than not, people will see you and wonder if it's you. And even if they figure out that it is, they'll just leave you alone. So when somebody does come up to me, I'm okay with it as long as they do stay in the guideline of just be respectful, be kind. Don't call me a nickname you don't know me. Like, please. Yeah, just keep it chill, keep it simple.
Just wondering, because sometimes you see headlines of
Yeah.
celebrities acting up to one of these people, and just didn't know from your perspective, what is okay, what is not okay, things of
Yeah,
that
I
nature.
don't I don't get paparazzi or people being a little too much like that. So I don't have to tell anybody that it's not clocking to them. Um, yeah, it's cool. Like just be chill.
What about that odd moment one catches you publicly eating, like at a restaurant atmosphere or
Yes,
things of that nature? What's the guidelines there?
that has happened a lot. That happened a lot when I was in Maryland for the 1 year. Every time me and Kristen went out, we got stopped either during or after. So people are respectful. We may be eating, and then they'll like maybe they're on their way out, so they want to say something. I get that. They're not just trying to interrupt me because I'm eating. So in that case, if you do see I'm actively eating and you're on your way out, just speak to me. Just speak and say your piece. Do not ask me to get up if you don't have to. Like if I'm by myself, that's fine. Whatever. I'll get back to it. But like I'm with somebody, this is not the life that they are trying to live. It's just what comes with my life. Um, so yeah, just speak to me and we'll have our pleasantries. If I'm not seated yet or you see me out walking or whatever, then we can do the whole like stop and talk, take the pictures, blah 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 blah. At a restaurant, if I'm seated, especially with that food, please leave me alone. Well, talk to me, but don't try to make me take a picture I'm eating, bro. Like, please.
And speaking of your wife, you mentioned her here.
Yeah.
Where is she at while we're conducting this interview?
She at home with them babies. We are both stay-at-home parents. So I like to say I'm a stay-at-home dad that gets to make music. Um, yeah, they are the whole day. We have a 3-year-old as of now, a 3-year-old and a 10-month-old, and they are the entire day. They sleep on different schedules right now because the baby is still doing 2 naps a day. So we very rarely land them sleeping at the same time. And even if they are, one's going to sleep, the other's getting up. So she is a trooper handling the business. And yeah, I got a very early flight to make sure that I get back to help tomorrow.
And how are things going to work when you embark on this upcoming tour of the USA and Europe, it looks like?
I call them the Avengers. Like, Mom, what you doing? Like, let's get you up on a plane. Her friends who are willing, who are, at home and they can come help. Her sister is in New York, but she's able to come and help. So we've pretty much been able to pull people either for a week or um, like at least a few days out of the week, which even that helps. If I can get somebody to be there for 3 days, that's much better than her having to do all seven herself. So that's we just reach out and figure out what can be done in different time frames. Um, yeah, we even for like Thanksgiving and all that, which I'll miss this. I'll miss Thanksgiving and my daughter's fourth birthday this year, but she'll have family that's going to be there to help them as well. I'll see them at my DC show because they come to the DC show every year. So I'm not going to be all too long without them. It'll still be a month, but I won't be all too long without them. But there's the family has come down. Will also go with her to DC. So like, we've already put the measures in place to like make sure that all my girls are taken care of.
And this is the tour titled the same as the album.
Yes.
For those in the audience just hearing about this for the first time, where can they get more information about it, tickets, so on and so forth?
XavierOmar.com. It's the Honeymoon Mountain Tour. I am doing, I think, 13 dates in Europe and 9 in the US. So if I'm not in your city, please find a city that's close. I tried to go as many places as I possibly could that made sense. The offer made sense, the deal made sense to do. So yeah, just come on out. The live show aspect, I think when you hear it, you see the emotion behind it, you hear the band with it. It's always just elevated. So come on out to the show.
Will you be behind any of the drumming of your music at all?
Not this time. I've done it on tour before though. I had a moment where me and the band switched. What tour was that? I want to say it was 2019. So it was the Hot Hobby tour. That's what it was. Um, After Moments Spent Loving You came out, I had a part in the set where me and my drummer would switch. So I take drums, he takes the mic, the lead mic. The band comes up off the instruments, and we pre-recorded like instrumentation for "Can You Stand the Rain," and they had like choreo. Like, it was a good moment because they have like my band has fans. Like these girls, these boys single, some of these boys single, like like the girls love them, and so it was just a cool moment to do something like that. And if I didn't already do the trick, I would do it much more often or figure out a spot to do it again because it was one of my favorite things. So I've done it before, and I got to figure out a way to do it again. Yeah.
And just with this conversation as we wrap up, is there anything else you want to add on to what you've said previously here or subtract from what you've said?
Nah, I'm good with all I've said. I don't, yeah, I don't see any issues or have a problem with anything I've said in any manner. So yeah, if you got a problem, come fight. You're gonna lose.
Any last words before you depart here?
Now, whoever has been watching, especially to this point, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Um, this is a really cool experience. Just having a chance to go back down memory lane and um, remember my why and be able to share that with your viewers as well. So thank you. And yeah, hoping the best for everybody watching.